The cemetery morning. Rain falls softly. Sarah, 18, dark circles under her eyes, wearing a black dress, stands before two fresh graves. She's alone, holding a wilted flower. Her hands tremble. Sarah, whispering, "I don't know how to do this without you. I'm not ready. I'm not strong enough." She places the flower on the grave. A hand touches her shoulder. Aunt Maria, 40's kind face. "Aunt Maria, Sarah, sweetheart. We need to talk about what happens now." Sarah, hollow, "What happens now?" "Aunt Maria, the house. There are debts. Medical bills. You can't stay here alone. Your cousin Ziza has a place in the city. She's willing to take you in." "Sarah, the city? But this is home. This is where they—" "Aunt Maria, I know. But there's nothing left here for you now. No family. No work. Ziza can help you get on your feet." Sarah looks back at the graves, tears streaming. "Sarah, how do I leave them?" "Aunt Maria, you don't. You carry them with you." Sarah's childhood home afternoon. The house is nearly empty. Boxes labeled sold or donated everywhere. Sarah packs a small suitcase with clothes, then finds a shoebox under her bed. Inside, family photos, her mother's scarf, her father's watch. She picks up a photo of her family, all four of them smiling. She was maybe 10 years old. She holds it to her chest. Sarah, voice breaking, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I couldn't save you." She carefully wraps the photo in her mother's scarf and places it in her bag. Aunt Maria's car evening. Aunt Maria drives. Sarah sits in the passenger seat, staring blankly out the window. "Aunt Maria, Ziza's a good person. She works hard. She'll look after you." "Sarah, I'm 18. I should be looking after myself." "Aunt Maria, you will be. But right now you need help. And that's okay." Silence. "Aunt Maria, your mother would be proud of you. You stayed by their side until the very end." Sarah, tears falling, "It wasn't enough. Nothing was enough. Aunt Maria, you gave them love. That was everything." The bus station, night. Aunt Maria and Sarah stand before an idling bus. Sarah clutches her small suitcase and a backpack. Aunt Maria, handing her an envelope, "This is what we could gather from selling the furniture. It's not much, but—" "Sarah, I can't take this. You have your own family too." Aunt Maria, firmly, "Your mother was my sister. Your family. Take it." They embrace tightly. "Aunt Maria, when you get there, find work. Any work. Keep yourself busy." The grief, it's easier when your hands are moving. The bus driver calls for boarding. "Sarah, thank you. For everything." Sarah boards. Through the window, she watches Aunt Maria grow smaller. She's truly alone now. The bus, night. Sarah sits in the back, her face pressed against the cold window. She clutches her mother's scarf. Other passengers sleep. She takes out the family photo and stares at it. Sarah, whispering, "I'll make you proud. I promise. I'll find a way." She closes her eyes, exhausted, broken, but something inside her begins to harden into determination. The city bus terminal, early morning. Sarah steps off the bus into chaos. Crowds, noise, confusion. She's overwhelmed, looking small and lost. She checks a crumpled piece of paper with Ziza's address. A taxi driver approaches aggressively. "Taxi driver, you need ride? Where you going?" Sarah, uncertain. I need to get to this address." Taxi driver, $50. Sarah, 50? But Woman's voice, "Don't listen to him. That's a $20 ride at most." Ziza, 26, tough exterior but warm eyes, wearing casual clothes, pushes through the crowd. "Ziza, Sarah?" Sarah, relieved, "Ziza." They embrace. Ziza takes her bag. Ziza, to the taxi driver, "Move along. She's with me." The subway morning. Sarah and Ziza ride the subway. Sarah grips the pole tightly, eyes wide at the speed in the crowd. Ziza, city takes some getting used to. But you'll adapt. People do. Sarah, how long have you been here? Ziza, 4 years. Came with nothing, just like you. Now I have an apartment, a job, a life. Sarah, quietly, I'm sorry you have to take me in." Ziza, firmly, "Hey, look at me. Your mother was like a sister to me when we were growing up. You're not a burden. You're family." Sarah's eyes fill with tears. Ziza, "But I won't lie to you. Life here is hard. You're going to need to work. Can you do that? Sarah, wiping her eyes, yes. I need to. I have to pay you back and I need to keep moving. Ziza, then we'll find you something. Ziza's apartment, day. A tiny, worn apartment. One bedroom with a small living room. Clean but cramped. Ziza shows Sarah a couch with blankets. Ziza, it's not much, but it's home. You'll sleep here. Bathrooms down the hall, shared with 2 other apartments. Sarah, looking around, it's perfect. Thank you. Ziza, I work double shifts most days. Factory during the day, cleaning offices at night. You'll be alone a lot. Think you can handle that? Sarah, bitter laugh. I'm good at being alone now. Awkward silence. Ziza, Sarah. I know you're hurting. But don't let that pain turn you hard. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sarah, defensive. You don't know what she'd want. She's gone. Ziza, gently. I know. And I'm sorry. But you're here now and you're alive and that means something. Sarah turns away, emotional. The streets, next day. Sarah walks through the city with a newspaper circling job ads. She's dressed in the best clothes she has, still modest and worn. Sarah enters a coffee shop. Manager, dismissive, we need someone with experience. Sarah enters a convenience store. Owner, position just filled, sorry. Sarah enters a dry cleaner. Clerk barely looks up, no openings. Sarah sits on a bench, discouraged. She counts her money, it's dwindling fast. An older woman sits beside her, feeding pigeons. Older woman, tough day? Sarah, tough life. Older woman, I've been there. Lost everything once. Twice actually. But you're young. Young people bounce back. Sarah, what if I don't want to bounce back? What if I just want to disappear? Older woman, seriously? Then you'd disappoint everyone who ever loved you. And you'd waste a perfectly good life. Don't do that. She gets up and walks away, leaving Sarah alone with her thoughts. A diner, late afternoon. Sarah enters a busy diner, worn and desperate. She approaches the owner, Emma. Chin, 50s, no nonsense but not unkind. Sarah, excuse me, are you hiring? Yes. Chin, not looking up from wiping counter. Maybe. You ever wait tables? Sarah, no, but I can learn. I'm a fast learner. Please, I really need work. Chin, looking at her closely, you look exhausted. When's the last time you ate? Sarah, I'm fine. I just need a job. Ars. Chin, sit down. Sarah, but. Ars. Chin, I said sit. Sarah sits. Mrs. Chin brings her a bowl of soup and bread. Ars. Chin, eat first. Then we talk about work. Sarah stares at the food, overwhelmed. She begins to eat, tears falling. Chin, sitting across from her. What's your story, girl? Sarah, between bites. I lost my parents 3 weeks ago. I came here to live with my cousin. I have no experience, no skills, nothing. But I'll work harder than anyone. I promise. Chin, long pause. You start tomorrow. 6 a.m. Minimum wage, tips are yours. Miss a shift, you're fired. Show up drunk or high, you're fired. Steal, you're fired. Understood? Sarah, shocked. You're giving me a job? Chin, I'm giving you a chance. Don't make me regret it. Sarah, voice shaking. Thank you. Thank you so much. I won't let you down. Chin, we'll see. Finish your soup. Take the bread for tonight. The diner, first day. Sarah arrives at 5:45 a.m., dressed in black pants and a white shirt. Mrs. Chin hands her an apron. Sarah burns herself on hot coffee pot, winces but continues. A rude customer snaps at her. She apologizes, biting back tears. She drops a tray. Food everywhere. She freezes in panic. Mrs. Chin helps her clean up without a word. Sarah stays late, learning how to balance multiple plates. Another waitress, Lisa, 30s, friendly, shows her shortcuts. Sarah's feet are blistered and bleeding. She bandages them in the bathroom. By Friday, she's moving faster, more confident. He diner, end of first week. Closing time. Sarah wipes down tables, exhausted. Mrs. Chin approaches with an envelope. Chin, first week's pay. Plus your tips. Sarah takes it, opens it. Her hands shake as she counts. Sarah, Mrs. Chin, thank you. For everything. For the job, for the soup that first day, for being patient with me. Ars. Chin, you earned it. You showed up, you worked hard, you didn't complain. That's all I ask. Sarah, can I ask you something? Why did you hire me? I had nothing to offer. Ars. Chin, pause. 20 years ago, I came to this city with 2 kids and no husband. Someone gave me a chance when I had nothing. I'm just paying it forward. Sarah's eyes fill with tears. Chin, don't cry. Makes the customers nervous. Get some rest. See you Monday. Ziza's apartment, night. Sarah enters to find Ziza eating instant noodles, exhausted from her own double shift. Ziza, how was day 5? Sarah, holding up the envelope. I got paid. Ziza stands up, smiling. Ziza, that's my girl. First paycheck is always the sweetest. Sarah, here. For rent and food. She hands Ziza half the money. Ziza, Sarah, you don't have to. Sarah, I do. I told you I'd pay my way. Ziza, accepting it. Okay. But we're partners now. We look out for each other. They hug. Sarah feels something she hasn't felt in weeks. Hope. Sarah's favorite spot, Sunday morning. Sarah sits on a bench in a small park, holding her mother's scarf and the family photo. The city is quieter today. Sarah, to the photo, I got a job, Mama. Mrs. Chin gave me a chance. I'm making it work. I'm trying. She wraps the scarf around her shoulders. Sarah, some days I still can't breathe. Some days I don't want to get out of bed. But I do. Because you taught me to never give up. Both of you did. A child runs past, laughing with her parents. Sarah watches, bittersweet. Sarah, I don't know what my future looks like. But I'm going to build something. I promise you that. I'm going to make a life you'd be proud of. The diner, 3 months later. Sarah is confident now, joking with regulars, training a new nervous waitress. Mrs. Chin watches from behind the counter, nodding approvingly. Regular customer Mr. Powell, 60s, sits at his usual spot. Mr. Powell, Sarah, the usual please. Sarah, smiling, coffee, black, 2 eggs over easy wheat toast. Coming right up, Mr. Powell. Mr. Powell, you've become quite the professional. Sarah, I learned from the best. As she walks away, she touches her mother's scarf, which she now wears as a headband. A piece of her parents always with her. Rooftop of Ziza's building, sunset. Sarah and Ziza sit on the rooftop, watching the sunset over the city. They share a cheap bottle of wine. Ziza, you've come a long way, kid. Sarah, I had help. Ziza, you did the hard part. You kept going. Sarah, looking at the city, you know what's strange? I hated this place when I first arrived. It felt cold and cruel. But now, Ziza, now. Sarah, now it feels like maybe I can build a life here. Not the life I planned, but a life. Ziza, that's all any of us can do. Build something from the pieces we have left. Sarah stands, raising her cup to the sky. Sarah, to Mama and Papa. I'm doing it. I'm surviving. And someday I'll do more than survive. I'll thrive. Ziza stands and clinks her cup against Sarah's. Ziza, to new beginnings. They drink. The sun sets behind them, the city lights beginning to glow. Sarah looks different now, still sad but stronger. Scarred but not broken. Rooftop of Ziza's building, sunset. Sarah and Ziza sit on the rooftop, watching the sunset over the city. They share a cheap bottle of wine. Ziza, you've come a long way, kid. Sarah, I had help. Ziza, you did the hard part. You kept going. Sarah, looking at the city, you know what's strange? I hated this place when I first arrived. It felt cold and cruel. But now, Ziza, now. Sarah, now it feels like maybe I can build a life here. Not the life I planned, but a life. Ziza, that's all any of us can do. Build something from the pieces we have left. Sarah stands, raising her cup to the sky. Sarah, to Mama and Papa. I'm doing it. I'm surviving. And someday I'll do more than survive. I'll thrive. Ziza stands and clinks her cup against Sarah's. Ziza, to new beginnings. They drink. The sun sets behind them, the city lights beginning to glow. Sarah looks different now, still sad but stronger. Scarred but not broken. The diner, 6 months later. Sarah is more confident but still learning. She's ringing up a customer when Marcus, 28, handsome, well-dressed, enters. He's a regular now, always friendly. Marcus, morning, Sarah. The usual booth free? Sarah is smiling. Always for you, Marcus. Coffee? Marcus, you know me too well. As she pours his coffee, Lisa nudges her with a knowing smile. Lisa, whispering, he's been coming here for 3 months and he always sits in your section. Sarah, he likes the window seat. Lisa, sure he does. That's why he watches you the whole time. Sarah, blushing, stop it. He's just a nice customer. Marcus waves her over. Marcus, Sarah, can I ask you something? Sarah, nervous, of course. Marcus, there's a community college fair this weekend. They have programs for people who want to finish their education. I thought, maybe you'd want to check it out? Sarah, surprised, how did you know I didn't finish school? Marcus, you mentioned it once. You said you had to leave school to take care of your parents. I just thought, now that you're settled, maybe it's time to think about your future. Sarah, defensive, I can barely afford rent. College is a dream for people who have money. Marcus, there are scholarships. Financial aid. I can help you with the applications if you want. Sarah, why would you do that? You don't even know me. Marcus, gentle. I'd like to. Know you, I mean. Maybe over coffee sometime? Not here. Somewhere you're not working. Sarah is caught off guard, unsure. Sarah, I don't know. I don't really have time for. Marcus, just think about it. No pressure. But the college fair, that's this Saturday at 10 a.m. City Hall. Even if you just look around. He leaves money on the table and exits. Sarah watches him go, conflicted. Ziza's apartment, night. Sarah bursts in, agitated. Ziza is cooking dinner. Sarah, a customer asked me out today. Ziza, excited, the handsome one? Marcus. Sarah, how do you know about Marcus? Ziza, you talk about him. A lot. Sarah, I do not. Ziza, teasing, Marcus said the funniest thing today. Marcus left me a big tip. Marcus asked about my day. Sarah, sitting down, frustrated, it doesn't matter. I said no. Ziza, why? Sarah, because I don't have time for dating. I have work, bills, responsibilities. Ziza, you also have a life. Or you should have one. Sarah, my life is fine. Ziza, your life is work and sleep. That's not living, Sarah. That's surviving. Sarah, angry, surviving is all I can handle right now. Silence. Sarah softens. Sarah, I'm sorry. What if I let someone in and they leave too? Everyone leaves. Ziza, sitting beside her. Not everyone. I'm still here. Mrs. Chin is still here. Your parents didn't leave by choice, Sarah. They would want you to be happy. Sarah, how do you know what they'd want? Ziza, because they loved you. And people who love you want you to live, not just exist. City Hall, Saturday morning. Sarah stands outside the community college fair, nervous. She almost turns away when Marcus appears. Marcus, you came. Sarah, I'm just looking. No promises. Marcus, that's all I'm asking. They walk through the fair together. Sarah stops at various booths, nursing, business administration, education. Recruiter at nursing booth, have you considered healthcare? There's a huge demand and we have partnership programs with local hospitals. Sarah, I took care of my parents when they were sick. I never thought about making it a career. Recruiter, you'd be good at it. I can tell. Caregivers have a certain quality, you have it. She hands Sarah a brochure. Sarah stares at it, something stirring inside her. Coffee shop, afternoon. Sarah and Marcus sit with coffee and application forms spread on the table. Marcus, so nursing? Sarah, maybe. I don't know. It feels impossible. Marcus, why? Sarah, because people like me don't get to go to college. We work. We survive. We don't get dreams. Marcus, firmly, that's not true. My mom was a single mother working 2 jobs. She went to nursing school at night. It took her 6 years, but she graduated. Now she's a nurse practitioner. Sarah, that's different. She had you supporting her. Marcus, I was 8 years old when she started. I supported her by doing my homework and not complaining when we ate ramen every night. You have more support than she did. Sarah looks at the applications, scared but intrigued. Sarah, what if I fail? Marcus, what if you succeed? The diner, Monday. Sarah approaches Mrs. Chen, nervous. Sarah, Mrs. Chen, can I talk to you? Mars, Chen, you're quitting. Sarah, what? No. I was thinking about going to school. Night classes. I'd still work my shifts, I promise. I just need to adjust my schedule maybe. Ars. Chin interrupting. What are you studying? Sarah nursing. Maybe. If I get in. Ars. Chin's slight smile. You'll get in. And yes, we can work around your classes. You're a good worker, Sarah. I don't want to lose you. Sarah relieved. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ars. Chin, but you work hard in school like you work hard here. Deal. Sarah, deal. Ziza's apartment weeks later. Sarah sits at the table with her laptop, filling out her college application. Ziza reads over her shoulder. Ziza, reading, describe a significant challenge you've overcome. What are you writing? Sarah, I don't know. How do I write about losing my parents without sounding pathetic? Ziza, you don't sound pathetic. You sound strong. Write the truth. Sarah types, then reads aloud. Sarah, when I was 18, I lost both my parents within 2 months of each other. I lost my home, my sense of security, and my belief that the world was a safe place. But I didn't lose myself. I moved to a new city, found work, and built a new life from nothing. My parents taught me that education was the key to a better future. This application is me honoring that lesson. I want to become a nurse because I know what it's like to watch someone you love suffer. I want to help ease that suffering for others. Ziza wipes her eyes. Ziza, that's perfect. Send it. Sarah, hovering over the submit button. I'm scared. Ziza, be scared. But send it anyway. Sarah closes her eyes and clicks submit. The park evening. Sarah and Marcus walk through the park. They're more comfortable with each other now. Marcus, so, when do you hear back from the college? Sarah, 4 to 6 weeks. I'm trying not to think about it. Marcus, and if you get in? Sarah, then I guess my life changes again. Marcus, change isn't always bad. Sarah, spoken like someone whose life hasn't been torn apart. Marcus, stopping. You don't know my story. Sarah, then tell me. Marcus, pause. My father died when I was 12. Heart attack. My mom fell apart for a while. I became the man of the house overnight. Had to grow up fast, take care of my little sister, help my mom. I know what loss feels like, Sarah. Maybe not exactly like yours, but I know. Sarah, softening. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Marcus, I'm not telling you this for sympathy. I'm telling you because I see you building walls. I did the same thing. It took me years to let them down. Sarah, and now. Marcus, now I believe that good things can still happen. Even after bad things. Especially after bad things. He reaches for her hand. She hesitates, then takes it. The mailbox, 6 weeks later. Sarah stands at the apartment building's mailbox, holding an envelope from the community college. Her hands shake. Ziza stands beside her. Ziza, open it. Sarah, I can't. What if it's a rejection? Ziza, then you apply again. But you have to open it to know. Sarah, tears open the envelope and reads. Her face is unreadable. Sarah whispered, I got in. Ziza, what? Sarah, louder, laughing and crying, I got in. They accepted me. And I got a partial scholarship. Ziza screams and hugs her. They jump up and down like teenagers. Sarah, I'm going to college. Mama, Papa, I'm going to college. Sarah's special place, sunset. Sarah sits in the small park, holding her acceptance letter and her family photo. Sarah, to the photo, I got in. I'm going to be a nurse. Can you believe it? Me, a college student. She laughs through tears. Sarah, I wish you could see this. I wish you could see who I'm becoming. Some days I still miss you so much I can't breathe. But other days I feel like I'm going to be okay. More than okay. She traces their faces in the photo. Sarah, I met someone. Marcus. He's kind. He makes me laugh. He believes in me. I think you'd like him. She wraps her mother's scarf around her shoulders. Sarah, I'm not the same girl who left home a year ago. That girl was broken. I'm still broken in some places. But I'm healing. And I'm building something beautiful from the pieces. Thank you for giving me the strength to do that. The diner, 1 year later. Sarah, now assistant manager, confidently runs the floor. A young girl, 17, scared, lost, enters with a torn want ad. Young girl, excuse me, are you hiring? Sarah looks at her, sees herself a year ago. Sarah, maybe. Have you eaten today? Young girl, surprised. No. Sarah, smiling gently, sit down. Let's get you some food first. Then we'll talk about work. As the girl sits, grateful and overwhelmed, Sarah catches her reflection in the window. She touches her mother's scarf and smiles. Sarah whispered, "Thank you for teaching me to be strong."